welcome back. And let's go ahead and do sonic division or long division and try the same problem. We'll use DMSB. Dad, mom, sister, brother, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So 3 goes into 5 one time. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Then we bring down our 9. So 3 goes into 29. 3 goes into 29 9 times. I know that because 3 times 10 is 30, so next best. 3 times 9. So 3 times 9 is 27. Then I subtract 29, 27, I get 2. And I bring down the 4. And then finally, 3 goes into 24 8 times, because 3 times 8 is 24. And then subtracting gives me 0, which means that I can bring my decimal point to the roof. So there's 3 different ways of looking at it. The first way is looking at it whole number, but if you had your quotient at the top, all you would have to do is place that decimal point and send it to the top. On this one, they kept the decimal point, so once your quotient is on the top, your decimal point would go to the top. Either way you look at it, you have 19 and 8 tenths as your answer. Let's move on. Oops, let me clear everything. So this is the next example. So when we look on the left side, what we're looking at is the whole number version of this problem. And then we look on the right side, that's the decimal version of this problem. So what they did, once again, was use partial quotient. So 100 groups of 12 is 1,200, or 1,200. So they subtracted 1,200. And then they had 228. So 228, 10 groups of 12 is 120. So they subtracted 120, got 108. Then 9 groups of 12 is 108. So they subtracted 108, got 0. That would make your quotient over here 119. Now, they did the same thing on the right with decimals. 1 whole times 12 is 12 and 0 hundredths. And so then they subtracted that 12 wholes was 0 hundredths. And then they were like, okay, well, 12 times a tenth is the same thing as 1 whole and 20 hundredths, like 12 dimes, right? 12 dimes would be $1.20. So then they subtracted 1 whole and 20 hundredths from 2 and 28 hundredths, and that left them with 1 and 8 hundredths. So they took out 9 hundredths groups of 12. This would be like 12 groups of 9 cents, which was $1.08, or 1 and 8 hundredths. And so they subtracted that. So over here, they would have got the quotient, and then the decimal point would go up. What we're going to look at is long division. So let's give this a shot. DMSB over here. 12 goes into 1 0 times. 12 times, that's a 0. 12 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. And bring down the 4. Alright, so 12 goes into 14 one time, because 12 times 1 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. And then I'm going to bring down the 2. Alright, so 12 goes into 22 one time, because 2 groups of 12 is actually 24. And if you don't remember your 12s facts, just you could skip count on the sides. Like 1 times 12 equals 12, 2 times 12 equals 24, 3 times 12 equals 36. So 12 times 1 is 12. And then if we subtract, 2 minus 2 is 0, 2 minus 1 is 1. And then we'll drop our 8. And then we can continue to skip count. Looking at our work on the left, 9 times 12 is 108. So we could subtract 108 and carry that 9. Bring up the decimal point, you get 1 and 9.